Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 1992 edition of the Royal Oak Memorial Day Parade. Thanks for coming out today to honor all our veterans, those who gave their lives and their families. Without them, we in the United States of America would not have the wonderful opportunities and freedom we have today. I need a warm hand. The colors of the day are red, white, and blue, and many of us know the color red stands for the blood that's been shed in all our wars, white stands for courage, and blue stands for the feeling of loss and sorrow. Today we hope all those colors will stand for peace to all, and harmony to all in the world, and that we can live in a world where children, young adults, and golden agers never have the fear of war again. Leading off our parade, as they do every year, are representatives from the Royal Oak Police Department and Fire Department. And here in a 1928 Model A Ford Roadster is Andy Johnson of Clawson. This is his first time in our parade. He purchased the truck in 1987, and it's restored to authenticity by Mr. Johnson. He's won many first-place trophies at East Side Carnivals of Cars, Boyne City, Michigan festivals as well. This is Paramed, always a good sight. We need help. It's good to know that we have this fine service around to take care of our needs. Oak City Honor Color Guard of Veterans is made up of one veteran from each organization. Today we have from the American Legion Post number 253, Representative Dr. William Daines, Senior Vice Commander of the post, having served in the U.S. Navy in the Korean War. From the DAV Chapter 19, outgoing Commander George North and James Cloutier. The Royal Canadian Legion Post number 84 has Tom Roebuck with the Canadian flag, and the VFW Post 1669. Vietnam Veterans of America Royal Oak Chapter 586 are also represented today. And with us every year, as he is most years, is Congressman Sander Levin. And today, for the first time in our parade, United States Senator Carl Levin. Welcome. State Senator Mike Bouchard from the 16th District is joining us for the first time today. He'll be making the rounds of all the parades. Our lead band today is the Kimball Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Congdon. The Disabled American Veterans South Oakland County Chapter 19 is the third oldest veterans organization. The commander for 1992-93 is John Standard, a World War II veteran. Current membership is 1,403. Every September they have a Forget-Me-Not flower drive with proceeds going to help hospitalized veterans in the veteran hospitals throughout Michigan. The post is located at 505 Leafdale in Royal Oak. The DAV Ladies Auxiliary is commanded by Wanda J. Clark. This auxiliary has been in existence since 1931. Here's a 1915 Ford T touring car. The Corporal Stanley L. Moore Marine Corps League Detachment is an organization of former and present members of the United States Marine Corps. They are involved in color guard duties for various organizations and very involved in the Toys for Tots campaigns throughout the United States. One of the most asked questions is, will the Birmingham Chrysler Plymouth Celtic Pipe and Drum Corps be in the parade? And yes, here they are. They've performed throughout Michigan in many festivals and at the Highland Games in Alma. Pipe Major is George Tate of White Lake. Let's give him a listen. Canadian Legion Maple Leaf Post number 84, Post Commander John Everlove. They are our fifth oldest veterans organization. With them today is their Ladies Auxiliary with President Tomlinson. Coming up next are the 1992 Memorial Day Parade Honorary Grand Marshals. It's our pleasure to have two very fine people this year. First, from the House of Representatives, the Michigan House of Representatives, 16th District, Shirley Johnson. She's a person who never tires of giving herself in various ways. You need a speaker, help for fundraisers, money to get something going in the community. She's always there with time and energy and whatever it takes. Our other Grand Marshal comes to us in a totally different capacity. Of course, it's Lieutenant Ray Taylor of the Royal Oak Police Department.
Hi, sister.
No matter how busy his police duties have been or what he has to do, he's there to help out in any way he can. He serves in our Naval Reserve in the Seabees. He's joined today with his lovely wife, Judith. These are a couple of Model A Fords from 30. William Ferguson is behind the wheel in one, and Richard Stilagi is behind the wheel in another.
Hey, Richard.
The Vietnam Veterans of America, Royal Oak Chapter 586, President Chapter Alan Tattersall. Yep.
Eyes front now.
The 11th Special Forces from Youngstown, Ohio, represented by A Detachment 1154 under the command of non-commissioned officer Master Sergeant James Birch. These are the Green Berets. Whether it's swimming, climbing mountains, traversing snow, moving protected through the jungle undergrowth, parachuting from airplanes or helicopters, rappelling down the sides of sheer cliffs, or paddling in rafts along alligator-infested rivers, the A Detachment is a complete unit capable of organizing, training, and equipping a guerrilla force of up to 1,500 indigenous personnel. Task Force Omega of Michigan pursues the objective that nobody is indispensable and that collectively we can continue to make a difference in making our government accountable for all the missing important Americans. There are still more than 2,400 Americans, men and women, unaccounted for in Southeast Asia. There are 73 missing from the state of Michigan. Please write your congressmen and senators. Ask, where are they? America's POWs are the proud, the brave, and the abandoned. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Acorn Post 1669 is the oldest veteran organization here in Royal Oak with a membership of 630. Past commander is Harold Glick. The new 1992 commander is Dominic DeMello. The post puts on the Loyalty Day program and held a very successful poppy sale. Ladies Auxiliary was organized in January of 1930 with a membership of 230. The young ladies riding are the 1992 Poppy Queens, the senior queen, Miss Renee Malmgren, and the junior queen, Miss Terry Tilch. Congratulations, young ladies. The Frank Wendland American Legion Post 53 is marching with us today, and they are our second oldest veterans group. The post just held a bowl-a-thon for youngsters, and they had a poppy drive as well. They're collecting pull tabs from beverage containers to help purchase hospital equipment that goes to VA hospitals. Commander Cummings is president of the Royal Oak Memorial Society, which will be holding the memorial service at the cemetery following the parade. The Lady is under the leadership of President Margaret Cummings, and they've won numerous awards in the district and state American Legion activities.
It's already done, boys.
At the cemetery, yeah.
This is the original 24th Michigan Volunteers Infantry, also known as the Wayne County Regiment. They were part of the famed Iron Brigade, Army of the Potomac, that was mustered into service in August 1862. The reactivated 24th was reformed in 1956 and is part of the North-South Skirmish Association. They participate in marksman competitions throughout the years and, when possible, march in parades. Their commander is Joe Toth. Here's a 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo driven by Ralph Kendrick. This is a 1931 Model A Ford Coupe owned by Mr. Tom Hahn. Here's the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Union Aries, Royal Oak Lodge, number 2092 Mixed Drill Team. Next are some ladies from the Soroptimist Club of Royal Oak. The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, Royal Oak Lodge number 1523 is located at 205 Troy Street in Royal Oak. They received their charter from the Grand Lodge in 1926 and have been in Royal Oak ever since. The Wapiti Club is the Elks Ladies Auxiliary. Here are some people from the Royal Oak Citizens Crime Prevention Council. With them is the famous crime-fighting dog, Gruff. Here's some parents and kids from the Royal Oak Co-op Nursery School on North Main Street. Children in the program are between the ages of 2 and 4, and parents who have children in the program help for them also. This group's been with us for a number of years in our parade, and we're glad to have them back again today. Right behind them is from Southfield High School, the Junior ROTC Honor Guard. These youngsters are 15 years of age and all attend Southfield Senior High School. They're under the direction of Master Sergeant John Jacobs, and they've been with us and perform at many parades throughout the area. Here's a 1909 Model A Ford touring car owned by John Forrester. The hottest music around the country is country western, and today we have the Dixielanders performing for us for the first time. Here's the Royal Oak Senior Center Band.
And let me stay right with them. I'll take the melodies and bring
welcome folks from the Royal Oak First Methodist Church. You know, the first permanent church in town was First Methodist Church in 1838. The 1,300 members of the church are always active in providing meaningful opportunities for all ages in a number of different ways. Whether it's joining together for Sunday worship or becoming involved in a specific activity, the church reaches out to today's world. It's a church with a rich past, a proud tradition of service, and an eye toward the future. The Royal Oak Optimist Club consists of women and men interested in serving the youth of the area. They support the Boys and Girls Club, Common Ground, the Sanctuary, Judson Center, the Salvation Army, the South Oakland County Shelter Program. Various fundraisers include a bowl-a-thon, newspaper sale, sale of entertainment books. The bowl-a-thon is coming up in a couple of weeks, by the way, and they'd like anyone that wants to sponsor a member with pledges to buy them. Right behind them is the 1960 Mark V Lincoln Continental two-door hardtop. This is an original car and a rare sight today, as only 1,400 were made. (1992) marks the sesquicentennial, that is 150th anniversary of the First Congregational Church of Royal Oak as a place of worship and fellowship. Their theme is Pilgrims Together in Freedom, reflected in the fellowship of religious belief on which the church was built. All are welcome. Dr. Richard Karash is minister. Happy 150th First Congregational. Right behind them is the Royal Oak Auxiliary Police Department Senior Color Guard. And coming up right behind them, the Red Hawks from Troy Athens High School. Under the direction of Fred Junod, they're the winners of many, many titles. The band has performed everywhere: Orlando, Hawaii, California, the Rose Bowl, the Cherry Bowl. We love having them with us every year, and let's give them a listen. The Royal Oak Missionary Church is making its first appearance in the parade this year. They're under the direction of Ron Stratton. Thanks for coming. Here are some thespians from the Don Darrow High School Drama Club. It looks like a struggle has broken out on the street. And this is Cub Scout pack number 628. Right behind them is a 1950 Ford pumper fire truck. And behind the fire truck is the 1953 Chevy First Aid Rescue Car. And right behind them, a contingent of Girl Scouts from the Royal Oak area. Coming up next is Brownie Troop number 1179. Behind them is Cub Scout pack number 1607 under the sponsorship of the American Legion. And then the Churchill Junior High School Band, director Janet von Eberstein. Behind them, some more Cub Scouts from pack number 1630, affiliated with the Royal Oak First Methodist Church. Here come some of the kids in the Royal Oak Youth Football Association and also the Cheerleading Association. This is Cub Scout Pack 1625. They're under the sponsorship of the Royal Oak Kiwanis Club. Behind them, some representatives from the Royal Oak Youth Soccer Associations. Season's going on right now, isn't it? Lots of games at all the parks throughout Royal Oak. Hey, coming up next, the Penguins of Royal Oak Swimming Club under head coach Mark Forrest. They're one of the area's premier swimming teams. Over 100 swimmers have been representing the Royal Oak area for over 35 years. Hey, he's with us again. It's an authentic antique circus calliope built about 1900. It's a very rare 50 national, the largest of the air calliopes. One time it was in the funhouse of the old Eastwood Gardens amusement park in Detroit. It's owned by Carl Besorti of Garden City, Michigan. And right behind the music, some Cub Scouts from Pack 1623. The South Oakland YMCA Indian program is celebrating its 65th year as a national organization. Total membership is over 300 strong, moms and dads working with their kids. Bruce Sendek, Bob Brutel, and Marcia Meisner are the leaders, and Jim Corbett is the program director from South Oakland YMCA. This pumper truck used to be owned by the city of Royal Oak from 1953 to 1987. It was purchased by Richard and Carol Lemon. Behind the wheel today. This second truck is a 1953 American LaFrance, also owned by Richard and Carol Lemon. It's driven today by Chris and Julie Addison. Used to be owned by the city of Monroe from 1953 to 1989. These two fire trucks are seen at many parades throughout Oakland County. Even though it still feels like football season, it's really baseball season. And with us today are some kids from the Royal Oak Baseball Federation. Its president is Jess Perica.
warmer in the sun here.
Here's some kids from the Boys and Girls Club of South Oakland County. With them are the 1992 Youth Award winners. The Youth of the Year was Dawn Weber, Senior of the Year Mike Barnes, Intermediate of the Year Nathan Dixon, Junior of the Year Rachel Munyon, Spirit Award winner Nick Palamides, and they're being chauffeured by Program Director Dick Munyon. This Boys and Girls Club is one of the premier clubs in the country, having received 21 National Honor Awards for program excellence. The club serves youth ages 6 through 18 and boasts a membership of almost 1,600. This summer, the club will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Thanks for coming out to this year's parade. Don't forget the memorial service at the cemetery taking place immediately afterwards. See you all again next year.